I did just break even on US30, but I'm going to take another buy on NASDAQ. I actually took a first buy, but we are...
Order filled.
Right, I'm in. We are, I believe, about to break all-time highs. And usually when that happens, shit usually flies. Even though it's already gone up. But as you can see, I'm on a 1 minute here. Now, it's found support on the 1 minute. And it's rejected and pushing up as well. I'm probably going to go break even really early on this trade though, because I do want to avoid some crazy wick out. So I'm going to go break even way earlier than I usually would. And the reason for that is just because it's not yet found support on this level. It's just broken through, but it's not coming retest. I think with a trade like this, especially at this point, I want to see some retracement and find support. Let me just turn this down a sec. I just want it to find some support. So even though I'm break even right now, if it does come back down, find support, like retests the level, I will definitely, probably even re-enter, I'm not going to lie. As long as I can see it come down, test, and just like push. See how it's like, I've gone break even because I don't want to get like some crazy wick out and it just flood and push down really quick. But
order filled.
Like kind of like that. But if it can kind of hold in this area, this is obviously a little bit of discretional trading. I'm obviously over trade. Like I'm taking more than 2 trades right now. But if this can fucking, I think this is going to continue.
Order filled.
All right, I'm going to re-enter. I think I just went break even too early there. I'm in on 1 mini. I'm back on minis, not micros. So I'll be looking to make about a bag on this trade. 101 there, around $500. I'm risking $500. Obviously, you know me, boys. I trade mechanical, so every time I trade, I'm using a 25-point stop. Hence why I have auto brackets on, so it just does it for me. But if I mark it out in just a second, oh fuck. You see, look, we've broke all-time highs. I think this is just gonna fly, personally. Like when I've back tested like all-time, like I've traded all-time highs before, and I've seen it so many times, especially with NASDAQ. Not really US30, but NASDAQ. It is stalling there, but it's not falling. It's stalling, but it's not falling. I think right, there we go. Boom. There we go. Alright. Let's get some fucking motion now, boys. Alright, boom. See template, 25-point stop. Same shit every single day. And if you do want the fib settings, boys, these are in my Discord in the free trading pack. I literally give these settings away for free. So fucking jump on that one. I'm gonna go break even here, I think. Yeah, definitely gonna go break even, but pushing the volume now. Lovely stuff. Yo, you know what's mad as well? We literally just pulled a fucking fat payout yesterday. We pulled out $1,300 out of this particular account, and we're just about to make it all back.
Order filled.
Come on! That's how you fucking do it. Yeah, boy. Alright, yo, boys, let me just walk through this trade real quick and walk through the whole day. Because initially, I took a buy on NASDAQ way before the NASDAQ you just saw, right? I took it down here, and I actually just shit my pants, to be honest with you. I entered it, and I didn't see enough volume. I didn't think it pushed strong enough. I'm on the 1 minute here. I was like, I'm not really feeling it. And also, I was looking at US30, and I was looking for a short off of this level here. Right? If we go to the 5 minute, this is what the 5 minute looked like. Resistance. If you look here, resistance. We opened right up here, right? We opened at the top, so it came down, flooded. And I was waiting for it to potentially break this level here, take a 1 to 2, fucking at a 1. But because I was already in NAS buys, I didn't take it. But then I got out of NAS buys because I was watching US30 and thinking, oh, that might be the better play. And more time than not, US30 has been a better play for me, especially on a Friday. Usually has the most volume. But nevertheless, I didn't end up taking this trade. I then got out of NASDAQ on this trade here. Right, that was the initial buy. But then this trade comes down, just misses my take profit. As you can see on the 1 minute, we flood, boom, 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 boom. I'm then about somewhat of 20 points off, right? Which is half a stop loss, or I came down to a 1 to 1.5 probably. Yeah, near enough. And then it completely reversed and broke me even. I then was paying attention to NASDAQ. Saw NASDAQ, right? And obviously had this big push. But then we go back to the 1 minute because I was also on the 1 minute at this time. Yes, I pay attention to the 1 minute and the 15 and the 5. It's just my style. And it's kind of what I like to do. So as you can see here, with the 1 minute, you can see what's going on a lot more in detail. It's come up. It's hit all-time highs. This is literally all-time highs, I believe. And boom. So it's found all-time highs. It's retraced. It's found support on the 1 minute. As you can see here, it's dancing around in this area, in this zone, using obviously these wicks. There's a lot of fucking, structure being formed here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 minutes of it just kind of stagnating. Okay, cool. So now what I'm waiting for is the trade to come up, take this all-time high, push past this level here, which is what I'm on about here, right? If we can push past here, I'm like, yo, we should probably be good. Because when I've back tested and seen all-time highs being taken out before, we usually just fucking fly. And it's just like, buy. So kind of had me trading discretional today. Yes, I took more than 2 trades. I took 3, maybe even 4, I believe. So 1 on the NASDAQ, got out early, shorts. Then I took the break even on 4 trades today. But I broke even on all the first 3. And obviously I went break even very early on the first trade, which you all just saw. But soon as I saw this candle come down and then flip, especially on this third candle here, I'm like, all right, cool, we're gone. And obviously you can see, I mean, this is obviously a lot later now from session, and my market experience, I guess you could say, pattern recognition, it wasn't wrong, because all we needed was that 1 to 2, and this ended up flying all the way up to near enough, wow, 232 points from my actual position, a 1 to 9. So yeah, all-time highs. When I see shit like that, I'm in. And so I traded a little bit differently today, but we'll move. Besides that, boys, took a fucking payout yesterday. We're going to take another payout next week. We're going to start making fucking peace from this fucking trading team. What have I fucking told you? What the fuck have I been telling you, man? Now, I ain't shown the stats for a while. Let's go through this. Oh my God, I've been trading immaculately, bro. Wow. I mean, if we go back to March, April. I mean, since the second week of April, bro, I've been on fire. I've lost 1, 2, 3, 4 days in the past 4 trading weeks. I've lost once a week. Yeah, that's hard, that. That's why I've just decided to size up and up my risk. I was speaking about this in yesterday's video, but I was risking too little. And one of my issues was last week as well. When I was on holiday, I was changing my risk. I was going from minis to micros. I'm trying to ascend, whatever you want to call, to like bigger size, heavier risk. Yeah, risky in the short term, but in the long term, once that buffer's fulfilled, right? For example, the buffer on this account now, $2,225. Rather than me having only a $2,000 buffer, I now have $2,225, because when it gets to $2,000 and above, everything stops trailing. The trailing drawdown stops. So if this account was at $4,000, right? So say if I win 2 more days in a row and I make another $2,000 on this account, I'll have $4,300, $400, whatever it is. That means I can risk $500, make $1,000 a day per account, and like be able to take payouts like multiple a month because I'm heavier risk. But you just have the short-term risk of losing it initially. Besides that, boys, I am officially looking at buying a fucking Lamborghini. I'm officially looking at getting a penthouse. I'm officially looking at selling my soul. And I'm officially going to start LARPing on Instagram and going on yachts and shit with bitches that I met on Instagram. Yeah, trading lifestyle, how we... If anything, bro, I ain't trying to do none of that shit right now. My priority is retire my fucking bloodline. My mum, my dad, my girlfriend's mum. Like, yo, I'm fucking trying to put everyone on. Then I'll look at buying shit like this. Soon come. I kind of like McLarens as well. McLarens, Lambos. Love Ferraris. 458s, bro, classic. How can you go wrong? discontinued. Who gives a fuck? They are beautiful, immaculate cars, bro. This car is literally on the back screen of my phone. Yeah, man. Besides that, I'm fucking done, boys. Yeah, lovely. Appreciate everyone supporting. Use the code LOCKIN on whatever prop firm you fucking want, and you'll get discounts. So I'll see you boys in a fucking while. Crocodile. That was really gay. I've said that one before. That's just fucking disappointing me, that behaviour. In a while, crocodile. Fucking shut up, you knobhead.